everybody, it's Jeff, Aromatics. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody is doing well. So I'm going to continue on with my series where I smoke different cigar wrapper leaves rolled up in a puro. So it's one leaf all rolled up into a cigar, and I'm going to smoke it and I'm going to give my tasting notes on it. There just doesn't seem to be a lot of information out there on singular leaf, what each type of wrapper tastes like on its own, what each type of filler leaf tastes like on its own. And since I roll my own cigars, I'm interested in the individual flavors. And I figured, why not, journal it in a video format so I can share it with anyone else out there who is interested. So today I will be smoking the Connecticut Broadleaf. Now this looks like it's more of a natural. The most popular by far, from what I can tell, is the Connecticut Broadleaf Maduro. It is used in a ton of cigars. This one is more of a natural. It's really hard to get the Maduro leaf, but if I ever do, I'm definitely going to get a hold of it because some of my favorite cigars have this particular leaf. And this goes out to you, Carlos, because I know Carlos from My First Cigar, he's a big fan. Some of his favorite cigars have the Connecticut Broadleaf. One of the biggest proponents and growers of this leaf is Nick Melillo of Foundation Cigars. He has lots of good things to say, and he uses a lot of this Connecticut tobacco for his cigars. Now here is a Connecticut. I don't know if you can see the difference in there. Now the difference between a Connecticut shade and a Connecticut broadleaf is the shade is a lot lighter. It's got really thin veins. It's a really fragile leaf, whereas this broadleaf is rugged. Actually, I have some of it right here. It's a real rugged, big veined leaf. It's actually, I guess, pretty expensive to manufacture and to work with, just because it's just a tough tobacco, I guess, from what I've heard. Anyway, what I'm interested in is, since I'm not really growing it or fermenting it, is smoking it. So let's get started, shall we? So I've got it rolled up in kind of a little Corona size. Snip off the end here. Now the taste on this one is pretty unique. Connecticut is this Connecticut. It's got a real grassy hay, really fresh meadow kind of smell. It's not, it kind of reminds me more of on the pipe tobacco side, really. It's not really dark and coffee cocoa like a lot of the other Maduro leaves that I enjoy. So the flavors, I'm not really sure. We're gonna see. Now, since I haven't really used this much in any of my cigars as far as a wrapper, but I have used it for a binder. Ooh, nice. You know what? It's got that typical, just kind of like cigar, everyman cigar smell. Very nice. Wow, excellent. I did a pretty good job rolling this one. Really good draw for that size of cigar, and nice smoke output. Right away, I'm getting a definitely medium plus flavor. It's not really super strong or necessarily full. Getting a little bit of actually coffee notes. I'm surprised for such a sweet, mild smell on the outside without being lit. It's surprising how much strength it has once it is lit. Okay, let me smoke this down a little bit, and I'll be back and I'll give you more of an in-depth analysis of what it tastes like. So stick around. Okay, we're back. This is a pretty slow smoking leaf. I've been smoking on this for probably 10 minutes, and that's all the ash that I've got so far, but tons of smoke output. Burns really well. I'm pretty impressed. Another impressive wrapper leaf. Anyway, the flavors that I'm getting surprised me. I was not expecting it to be this strong. When you smell the leaf itself, it's very sugary, sweet, bready. That's that kind of smell. But the first thing that hit me was like a jalapeno spice. It's a lot spicier than I figured it would be. Body-wise, I would say it's medium plus, but flavor-wise, it's a flavor bomb. This one is full flavored, absolutely. There is a little bit of sweetness. I am getting some of that brown sugar is coming through, but the spice overpowers it. It's almost like not harsh, but it's pretty jalapeno spicy, but there's that brown sugar sweetness, a little bit of hay. a little bit of honey, like a sweet bread, honey bread in the aroma. But just a general cigar, like if you just, this reminds me of just cigar. If you could just define one tobacco of what does a cigar taste like, this kind of just reminds me of a general spicy type of cigar leaf. So that's pretty much the flavor profile that I'm getting. Now that the gears are turning, what I would probably use this for is, number one, I would really, since I've got the flavor profile, I can kind of picture in my head what it would taste like if it was Maduro, like it was darkened and matured longer. You get those spicy flavors would maybe subdue a little bit. You'd get a little bit more sweetness, but some more darker power, like still keep that power, but have those, that overall flavor and cigar taste. But since I don't have the Maduro, I can't do that. But what I have been thinking is use this once again as a binder, and then maybe put a Maduro wrapper that's, I have an Oscuro, Ecuadorian Oscuro wrapper, which is kind of a little bit sweeter and milder and earthier. But if you were to add this underneath as a binder, it would give you that strength and spice, so you could kind of get that Maduro taste that you're looking for with the spice without having the actual Maduro leaf. That's kind of what I'm thinking, whether or not that would work. In, you know, you'd have to try it to find out. But another thing that I'm thinking would be great for is covering some milder Dominican tobaccos. You could make yourself sort of like an LFD style of cigar, like the Coronation, where it's got that spicy, you know, Dominican flavor. Like you can add some spice to some milder but flavorful Dominican tobaccos. So that's kind of what I'm thinking in my head is I would use this for. You could probably also use it over top of some Nicaraguan tobacco, but you'd have to be pretty adept at blending, because I could imagine this being too strong if you used too much of the stronger Nicaraguan tobacco, because Nicaraguan tobacco can be pretty strong in and of itself. Once again, I'm pretty impressed, and I'm interested in trying to maybe wrap up a quick Dominican type of cigar and see how it turns out. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Are there any broadleaf cigars that you guys like out there? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be interested in hearing your opinion on it. So anyway, we'll leave it at that, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, Aromatics, signing out.